Hey, Chris. Oh, what do we got here? It's an Apple Watch Series 6. This is the blue aluminum case with the deep navy sport band. And you know what? I realized I don't do a lot of unboxings here on this channel. So what I'm gonna do is do an unboxing so you can see what it's like, and we'll talk about all kinds of things along the way. And then we'll also go through just the initial setup. You guys will get to see how I'm setting this up. It should be pretty fun. I gotta say, I love this super simple packaging. It's just clean, it's minimal. You saw my iPad setup, right? The whiteout setup. That's the look that I like. Wow, how's that for packaging? Apple always does an amazing job on the packages, but you know, it's cool. You open this up and you see the possibilities. You can see the different kinds of bands and they're all updated. You know, this is the new one. I almost ordered this band. In fact, when this video is done, I'm gonna order it. I love the color, I love the leather, I love that it doesn't loop around or anything, the magnets. You see, when this is over, I'm gonna order this. Can you see the blue there on the front? That just looks really good, right? With the blue dial. Then on the edge of the box here, you can see all the details. Series 6, blue aluminum, 44 millimeter. The sport band here, I'm not gonna unbox that because it's been out for a long time. You guys know what to expect. You'll see it in a second. What's actually more interesting is what I've got on my wrist. This came the other day, but it's the new Solo Loop. I think that's the name, right? And as you can see, there's absolutely no clasp whatsoever, which is an amazing design. It's so clean from edge to edge. The thing is, when I ordered this, I had to use that printout and it said that my wrist was a size 8. And the first time that I tried this on, I thought maybe it was gonna be a little too loose, but it actually ended up being a perfect fit. I mean, I wouldn't have ordered this any tighter. I know I heard some people on Twitter complaining like they used that tool to print out and they ended up with an inaccurate measurement and they were gonna have to send it back. But I don't know, it worked pretty good for me. That's all I can tell you. So it's all white inside, except since this is the blue version, you do have this blue covering right here on the watch itself. Now, as soon as I lift this up, this is what's gonna be interesting because look at that. I got the cord, but where's the charger? Not included anymore. Now, if I wasn't me and I didn't follow Apple News so closely and I opened this up and I looked in here and I saw that, oh, how do I plug this into the wall to get things charged? I wouldn't sit here and complain and say, where's that charging component? I'd just be like, oh, well, I'll just plug this into my computer then, and everything is gonna work out fine. I got a MacBook and a dongle. I'll plug this in and I'll get charged. Except for me, I got a little Sateki stand. It's like a triple charger, and that's how I end up charging my stuff. My watch, my AirPods, AirPods Pro, and my Apple Watch. All overnight, every night, triple charger. Honestly, that just works better for me anyways. So Apple's on a mission to cut down on waste. It's just not a big deal for me. But this is what I actually care about. And this is actually pretty cool packaging. To be honest, I haven't ever used like a Samsung smartwatch or anything, and I don't know what that unboxing experience is like. But as an Apple fan and an Apple user, I mean, this is still really just nice and impressive. Do you ever think about who the person is or the team behind the packaging? Everyone's always obsessed about the product itself, but somebody paid a lot of attention to these details, and I really appreciate it as I'm unboxing this. It's like I almost hate to rip into it, you know? Ooh, so there it is. There's my first look at that new sensor there. That looks very shiny and new. And then my first look at that blue aluminum in person, and actually I have to say, that's even more impressive in person than just seeing it online. All right, so while that's turning on, let me just explain. This is an LTE model, and while this is just a review unit, the one that I actually ordered, which you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of on the channel in the coming weeks and months, that is also gonna be an LTE model. Now, just a quick word about that. I'm getting that for a very specific reason. I like the ability to be able to untether from my phone, and whether that's going for a walk or something and not having to bring my phone, leave all the distractions behind, just kind of travel light, that's cool. But also in the evenings, I'm trying to be more conscientious of disconnecting from my iPhone, from my iPad. I grabbed myself a Kindle, which I know sounds weird to long-term subscribers on this channel because I'm so into iPads, but iPads are full of distractions. So when I really want to read, that's why I've switched over to the Kindle. But a Kindle with an LTE Apple Watch means that I still can be connected, I can talk to people, I can text, I can even listen to music if I want to, concentrate, block some noise out. And so for me, as somebody who's traditionally hyper connected, the LTE model of the Apple Watch is actually very, very useful. For me, it's not just a luxury add-on that you just get just to get. No, it's something that I actually use. I love these pull tabs on the Apple boxes. Oh yeah, I forgot that you get this extra size in here so that no matter what your wrist size is, hopefully you'll have something that fits. I gotta do it. Whenever I get a new Apple Watch, I gotta spin it around. I don't know, it's just something I gotta do. All right, so I'm gonna take the other Apple Watch off, and one thing I've noticed with this new Solo loop is that I've got the ring on here, and oftentimes the back side here is just inevitable. It's gonna hit the bottom, which probably isn't bad for it. Probably not bad for the ring either. I think they're both sturdy enough that it's not a big deal, but something I've noticed. All right, yeah. Well, that's looking real good together. Yeah, that's definitely a look right there. If you were thinking about getting all blue, it's not a bad way to go. What strikes me though about this blue is that it's really understated. It's not in your face. It's not just gonna punch you in the eye and draw your attention right away. It's pretty subtle. I like that. By the way, we've had some rumors that we could be seeing a blue Apple Watch this year to replace the green. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up. English, obviously. United States, obviously. Start the pairing process. Gotta love the auto detect when these two are in close proximity. Love it. Seriously, how easy is this? Apple makes this a breeze. I'm gonna say set this up for myself because that's a new option this year to set it up for a family member. If you're on the family plan, setting up for your kid or for an elderly person in the family. All right, let's get this scanned. It says Apple Watch is paired. Okay, a couple options here. Which wrist? Oh, shoot, I hit the wrong wrist. Go back. Man, I was looking at the camera monitor and I messed up. Oh, we're gonna do this again. Left wrist. Gotta agree to some terms and conditions. That's weird though. It gave me some different options with the digital crown when I selected it was gonna be on my right wrist. I was just wondering in the car after picking this up on the way back, what do people who are left-handed do? Like, how does that work? Is it a worse experience? It's a different experience apparently, literally. Sometimes this takes a while. This would be a good time to pop in the AirPods, listen to some new Andy Mineo, Shibuki Roll Call, whatever the new song is. I like it. All right, so now I'm getting the option for bold text and size, select my preferred reading experience. I'm just gonna leave it right where it is, but just for fun, I guess that's what it would look like if it was smaller, and that's what it would look like if it was the biggest. I'm just gonna leave it alone though. All right, it's passcode time. I'm gonna create a passcode. Did you seriously think I was gonna let you see my passcode? I don't think so. Now see, look, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody spent a lot of time designing this screen, and how long do you look at it? Or even notice it. Ooh, now this is something I'm interested in, the blood oxygen. So you can use the blood oxygen app to check your blood oxygen levels, can also measure levels throughout the day. Now, since that's basically the entire point of the Series 6, I'm gonna hit enable. And I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I like to keep my Apple Watch up to date automatically, don't like to do the manual stuff. And then Apple Pay. I love Apple Pay, especially on the Apple Watch. That's probably where I use it the most. And I mean, I'm even the guy at the drive-thru. I'm going through Starbucks to get myself a nitro, and I always ask, hey, can I use Apple Pay? And I'm reaching my wrist out, you know, and they're trying to, the cord's like connected inside to the computer. They're reaching out as far as it can go, stretching, and they probably hate it. But I love it. I love Apple Pay. It's one of my favorite things about the Apple Watch. Gonna add my cards again. You guys can't see this. And crap, I gotta get the 3-digit codes off the back, which I don't have my wallet on me right now. So I'm gonna have to get some exercise. Don't go anywhere. All right, wallet, I'm back. Got the Ridge. If you guys missed it, this is the wallet that I actually featured in my Apple Everyday Carry video from, I don't know, several months ago. All right, then of course, emergency SOS, which means you can press and hold the side button to call emergency services. Got it. Now, cellular setup. This is something I'm gonna set up, but not on this one. I'm gonna set it up on my actual personal Apple Watch Series 6 that I'll be keeping. And then of course the next step is to get your clock faces all set up. And this is just ready to go all out. I can install them all or I can choose later. I'm gonna choose later because I don't want them all. I just made a video detailing some of the new watch faces, the ones I was gonna like and keep and the ones that I wasn't. So for me, I'm pretty picky. I use them for specific things. I don't just want them all because I wanna be able to swipe left and right and get to the information that I actually need as quickly as possible. So, all right, that's it. And now we're syncing. And this is the part that takes a little bit. You gotta go do something else, come back. This is a good time when you're doing this for yourself. Go watch some daily tech videos, see what's out there in the world of Apple, and then come back and then watch my Apple Watch videos. Of course, if you've never owned an Apple Watch before, this is your opportunity to kind of go through and learn some of the basics, but it's gonna tell you about things like the display. But yeah, even if you've had an Apple Watch in the past, I think this is a good year to actually go through and look at some of this information because things have changed in watchOS 7. Predominantly, how you clear notifications is different. You gotta scroll all the way to the top of your notifications in order to clear things. And that's kind of a pain. But as they say, change is one of the only things you can count on. Oh man, it's excruciating waiting for this thing. All right, well, while we're waiting for that, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this thing on, and then I'm gonna put this thing on, and we're just gonna compare what they look like and maybe help you decide on which of these sport style bands might be the best choice for you. All right, well, we got the old Series 5 here, the new Series 6. This is what the bands look like on the wrist. And actually, you can see this one actually does get pretty snug. That actually was a pretty good fit. I mean, obviously, the new band is just a much cleaner look. From the front, though, I mean, they're just indistinguishable. You wouldn't be able to tell from just looking at the faces what type of sport band you actually had on. Something else I've noticed, though, with this band is that you can't lay it flat. Like this, I can just lay it down, and I can put on a charger that way, and it works great. But before you go out and buy this particular band, you may want to think about your personal charging setup, because this may not actually end up working if you have something that needs to be laid flat. And that is exactly what the problem is with an impulse purchase. Something looks good, you snag it, and then there's potential for regret. Oh, finally, it's about time. So there we go, that's what it looks like on the wrist. Everyone always gets mad at me at the comments. They're like, you're wearing it at the wrong spot. It's supposed to be further down, or it's supposed to be higher up. I'm just gonna wear it wherever it's comfortable. You guys do whatever you want. All right, press the digital crown to get started. All right, so let's get in here and let's get some new faces going. GMT, I absolutely have to have that one. I talked about why in the Apple Watch Faces video that I published a couple days ago. This Siri Watch Face, that's a longtime favorite for me. I have to have it. It just does things that others don't, and it's part of what really keeps me informed. Stripes, I'm gonna throw stripes in there because, you know, I can match that up to the Nuggets, who just barely lost that game. Anthony Davis ruined it all. Or the Broncos, Rockies, whatever. Typograph, absolutely. I love the way that this one looks. And that's it really for now. I mean, that's all I really feel like having. Now, I made a whole different video not too long ago about Apple Watch settings, and you should go check that out. I'll try to link this up down below because I think it's important. Whether you're a new or old Apple Watch user, there's several settings that when I get a new Apple Watch, I go through and tweak and change, and it makes life better and happier. So there you have it. There's the new Apple Watch. It's all unboxed, all set up. We talked about it. If you need some new apps, you're in the right place, because I only have about 1 million Apple Watch apps videos on the channel that you can go check out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make life easy on you. I'm gonna put all the Apple Watch resources that this channel has produced over the last couple years, link them up down below in the description so your fun doesn't have to end, even though this video is now over. And don't forget, you guys can check out @DailyTech, spelled Daily T-E-K-K, on Instagram and Twitter. Check out the Daily Tech After Party. That's our podcast. It's out every Friday. I'd love to hang out with you there. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.